Good morning, sports investors. Welcome back. Betting Public Sports Show. I'm your beloved host, Fame Rothstein, aka Michael Snackson, aka Bay O Wolf, aka Malcolm Excellence, aka Hacksaw Jim Thuggin. Today is Saturday, September 16th, 2023. It's early here, you know what I'm saying? It's early here in the Republic of Cincinnati, aka the Queen City. And I've got joints today. It's gonna be a quick show because I only got two joints for us. All right. Um, Now remember, these numbers I got my tickets early, so the numbers might have changed, but uh, these are still gonna be the two we rock with, okay? Because well, we're now 10-9 in college football. We had a rough start early. Remember, 3-0 last weekend. We're gonna try and keep the magic going today. One of those teams that we had last weekend. Matter of fact, one of those teams that we had in all year. Every game this year so far is back today. All right. Um, but the first one we got today, well, it involves a person from the other game, game one today, noon Eastern. We got the Florida State Seminoles, ranked number three in the country. Ranked number three in the country, and they're going up the East Coast to Boston to take on the Boston College Eagles at noon. Um, Florida started off. Sorry, guys, I need bifocals. They started off as a well, no, they're 26 and a half point favorites. Uh, and they're probably going to smoke Boston College by 28. That's what it is right now, 26 and a half. I personally brought it down to 23 and a half, just in case, you know. But Florida State, let's be honest, they have to keep up. That coach has to keep up with Dion because he was the guy who was taken for the job over Dion. When Dion says he's not an alum because he graduated from a different school, but that's what Dion will always be remembered by. Florida State. The Sugar Bowl interception and touchdown against Andre Rison. No, he had a punt return touchdown against Clemson, and the Sugar Bowl interception against Michigan State and Andre Rison. From 1989, I believe. His last year. And Boston College, they've just it's over. I mean, they had some years under Tom Coughlin way back in the day. He was a great coach. He came back, he had Doug Flutie with them, and then two Super Bowls in the NFL. But after that, it's just been slim pickings for Boston College, and nothing's going to change here. Florida State's going to wax them. We got it by I got it at minus 23 and a half, and that's minus 140 odds. The spread is 26 and a half. If you want to keep it at 26 and a half, that's fine. Um, but I'm taking it at minus 23 and a half for minus 140 odds. All right. I was very impressed with Florida State the way they dismantled LSU. I thought LSU would give a much better showing, but no, they didn't. So we're going to go and take Florida State minus 23 and a half. Okay, for minus 140 odds. And then the second game involves a coach who played at Florida State. The great Coach Prime, Dion and them, the Colorado Buffaloes. They are hosting their in-state rival, the Colorado State Rams. Again, oddly enough, Colorado was like last really dope when Dion was last in college, 89, 90. I mean, they had, I could have looked him up, but the quarterback, he died during the season. I forget his name. His, um, his son is the grandson of Bill McCartney, the coach at the time. And, yeah, so They had Darian Hagan ended up being the quarterback later. Eric Bieniemy. They got busy. Um, yeah, they went to the national title and they beat the Rocket Ishmael, Notre Dame. Um, One of the most controversial plays in college football history. Rocket ran back a punt on the last play of the game. Why they kicked him to even why they kicked it to him to even spark up the controversy, do not know. But he kicked it and ran it back where there was a flag on the play. Somebody blocking the back or clip on Chad Brown, who went to the NFL. Some of those early '90s Colorado games, I'm telling you, like the Miracle at Michigan, that was the second group of Colorado guys. Cordell Stewart was the quarterback. They had Ray Caruth, who I'm still gunning for an interview with. If you know him, holla at me. If you got a line to him, holla at me. Okay? Uh, but they had Michael Westbrook out there, Rashawn Salam, who ended up winning the Heisman. They had heat. And yeah, that Miracle in Michigan play. Christian Fourier. Go watch that game on ESPN Classic or just Google it and run it up. I guarantee you there's like 20 pros in that game. There's 20 future pros in that game or somewhere around there. 15 at least. Like Michigan, they had Tyrone Wheatley. There was just heat all throughout that game. I want to say, what was my brother's name? The receiver. Um, well, they had Derek Alexander. I'm telling you, that was a good game. It's not just for the finish on it. That was a good game. Future pros everywhere, both sides of the field. All right. But now Colorado State. I mean, in their history, they've only had one player that was worth a damn, and that was Joey Porter, the Pittsburgh linebacker, the Steelers linebacker. That I can recall offhand. They might have had some good linemen or somebody, but offhand I can think of Joey Porter. But and if you go back and look at the video on my channel here, just made it yesterday, the day before rather, about Coach Jay Norvell, dissing Dion with the hat and glasses comment. Dion, that's what my mama told me. All that fuck ass shit. I talked about all that. And I like how Dion basically played it up. Like, why is everybody talking about us when we ain't talking about them? Talking that shit, and letting people know, like, he said it's personal now. Saw a clip of his team the other day, gave them all sunglasses, and told them, hey, it's business. They done got me some money by doing that type of shit. That's what I'm saying. They don't need to be talking about people like that. Now you can say that they don't need any more bulletin board material. It's already a rivalry game. Yeah, but still, that don't mean you need to go out there and get beat by 50 either. When you were only gonna get beat by probably 4 touchdowns, now you're gonna get beat by about 6 of them shits. Okay? Um, Colorado is a 20. Actually, when I booked the action, Colorado was 23 and a half, minus 23 and a half. It went down a half a point. Now they're down minus 20. Now they're up minus 23. Now they're favorite minus 23. I don't think it's going to matter. I really think that Colorado's going to beat them by about 4 touchdowns. But we're going to keep it at Colorado minus 23 and a half, all right? And that's minus 110 odds, all right? So those are the only two I got for you today. It's college football, kind of a light weekend. We're going to take it easy for week 3, all right? So let's recap. At noon, you got Florida State at Boston College. We're taking Florida State minus 23 and a half or minus 140. Then at 10 p.m. Eastern, you've got Colorado State at Colorado, 18th ranked Colorado. We're going to take Colorado minus 23 and a half, right? And that's the normal odds, all right? So there you have it. You got plenty of time to get online, get in line, and get to the bag. And the show's motto up there. There's games to be played, there's money to be made. We'll be back, more action, and to recap today's action, all right? But in the meantime, let's hook up on social media if we're not already. Holler at me on Twitter. My Twitter is at Biggie Rothstein, BiggieRothstein. And don't forget, like, subscribe, sign up for notifications, leave comments on this channel, right? The Betting Public Sports Show, right? I haven't done an audio podcast it's just easier to do it. It's just easier to do video, honestly, right now. But I still do that. Famed Rothstein Sports Investing Show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, about 10 different places you can find it. All right, when I do actually do it, I just haven't had time yet. But we'll get back into that very soon. Right.